morning, Connection Point Church. Pastor Jeremiah here, and I wanted you to know that you were not forgotten. And I hope that you haven't forgotten about me. One of the joys of being a church planner is that we've got a lot of other churches and groups and organizations that support us and love on us with resources and prayer support and that kind of thing. And I'm taking the opportunity this month to really be able to travel back to some of these churches in southeastern Illinois, which is a little bit of a haul away, and be able to just share testimony about how God is changing lives here at Connection Point Church. I believe the Connection Point is making a big difference, enough that I want to go back and share with these folks who are praying for us and lifting us up and loving on us. It's pretty cool, the group of churches that I was able to stand in front of this last week. As I looked out into the audience, there's a lot of churches that in the last 8-10 years I've been doing life with in Christian ministry. And the really cool thing about this one in particular was, as I'm looking out in the congregation, there sat a man who had a great impact on my life. He was the man who had the bold audacity in his faith to wake up one morning and pursue me in my own home. He came and he knocked on my door, he entered into my living room, sat on my couch, shared the love of Jesus Christ with me. And from that point on, my life radically changed. It was because of that man's obedience in which I'm here now. And Connection Point Church, we're living out that obedience as well. Are we willing and able to go to the doors, to the mission field right here in our backyard, to meet people where they're at in order that some may be saved? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Getting connected, changing lives, and building community right here in Knox County, Kentucky. It's a joy and a privilege to be serving you, to be serving with you. And I just thank you so much for being a part of Connection Point Church. It's been a phenomenal ride. There are a few things that are coming up that I couldn't help but just drop in on you and share with you a little bit about some of the things that are coming up. When you take a look at the world around us right now, you see total chaos. You see political gurus that are just taking advantage of the system, and it's a little scary, to be honest with you. You look at these world catastrophes, these earthquakes and tornadoes and all kinds of weather types of stuff that you can't avoid, and you see this globally. You just see war after war after war. You see death and suffering. Some of you have experienced personally loss of loved ones and depression, anxiety, drug addiction, rape. There's a lot of things, and it goes deeper and it goes much wider than just some of the things that I've named already. But it's causing the world to take a step back and ask a question. Is God still alive and active? Is he dead? Is God dead to the world in which we're living? I can boldly claim in my own personal experience where God has shown up and moved in my life that God is not dead. And there are a whole lot of people who need to hear the message and the truth that God is still alive, he's still at work, and he's still changing lives. I'm asking you to join with us here at Connection Point Church to make it known that we want to meet you where you're at and proclaim to you that God is not dead. This Easter, April 19th and 20th, we are offering two worship services. Same service, just at two different times. One Saturday night, April 19th at 7:11, and then the next one is Sunday morning, April the 20th at 11:04 a.m. And we ask you to make Easter this year a big deal. It is a big deal to know that God is not dead, that he is alive and at work and wants to meet you and is going to meet you where you're at. And he chooses to use faithful, obedient servants to reach those who need to hear the love of Christ. So join with us back on the Guest Connect table, maybe even in your chair this morning. You have these little invitation cards that deal with inviting people to our God's Not Dead Easter worship service. And we are asking you to aggressively pursue the people in your life to come and be a part of it. The awesome thing about two services is that if you can't make it on Sunday morning because you're going to be with your family somewhere else, that's fine. That's why we have a Saturday night service. So please come and join us for God's Not Dead Easter service 2014 with Connection Point as we declare to those who need to hear that God is still alive. God is not dead. We look forward to seeing you then. God bless. enjoy the worship service. Don't forget, I haven't forgotten about you. I'll see you next week. God bless.